Hey everyone, and welcome to this Monday's edition of Business Opportunities Live. I'm Jeff Cohen. I'm your host, and I'm also just here to help. We're here today to make a enormous impact for you and your business. And we know that a lot of folks today are they're having concerns, there are issues, they don't know where money's going to come from, or they're trying to keep as many of their people employed as possible. And people have questions. So I want you to know we are here to help you. And today's special edition guest is Carol Moxam. I want you to meet Carol, and she's going to join us in a couple of minutes and share. But Carol is an amazing business coach. She coaches people in leadership. And right now, that's what people are looking for. So, hey, Carol, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Jeff. Good to be here.
You're welcome. And also, we have Stan Gelfer. Stan is a marketing expert and a website expert and a Google expert, and just the guy I go to whenever I say, hey, I need to talk to someone about something around websites, marketing, technology, Google. He's the guy. So thank you, Stan. You've been a really key and important part of it. Yeah. And I'm going to talk a little bit today about the Payroll Protection Act. So what I want you to know is that there are a lot of folks out there that currently are not really sure about what this act is. They know about the economic disaster loan and the advance you can get for up to $10,000. I want to go through that and the Payroll Protection Act with you and take just a few minutes today to bring you up to speed and get you all the information that I can. First off, there is a $10,000 advance. You can get that relatively quickly, they say, by going to the SBA.gov website. When you go there, there's a 5-page form, and you fill the form out. At the end of the form, you'll check the box that says, I would like the $10,000 advance. That money is supposed to get to you within 5 to 7 days, right in your bank account. I can tell you I applied for it about 5 days ago. I haven't seen it yet. It's okay. I know they're getting tens of thousands of requests right now. So the number one thing that you can do is apply. 2 pieces of information that you absolutely positively have to have. You're going to need your January 31st, 2019 to January 31st, 2020 revenue number. How much money did your company bring in? The other piece of information you're going to need is your cost of goods sold for that same period. Now listen, if you don't have that information for January, but you have it for 2019, put that in. Get your application filed. Don't let that slow you down. The SBA is going to be in touch, and they're going to want more information from you than just that. They're going to want to verify everything. You'll have an opportunity to update it with the correct numbers. But apply now, apply now, apply now. Don't wait. You guys got that? Okay.
Should I apply now?
You apply now. If you haven't, Stan, apply now. Also, if anybody on the line has any questions, just put it in the comments on Facebook. I'll see them over here, and we'll answer your questions. So in addition to the economic disaster loan application, you're now going to be able to apply for the Paycheck Protection Program. So what the Paycheck Protection Program is it's an SBA loan through an SBA-approved lender. So you can't get this from the SBA. You've got to go to your bank or other SBA lender. There are some restrictions you're going to start seeing. Banks don't have all of the information yet. It's not as clear to the world as they would like, and you may have to do some legwork to get there. I know that I called my bank. They said they were emailing me some information. I haven't gotten it yet. And then I've also contacted my federal credit union. They pointed me in the direction of a fund that's SBA approved and does these loans. So there are other sources. The term of the loan is a 2-year loan at 0.5% interest. Okay, just want to make sure everybody got that. Did you get? It's 0.50 is the interest rate. Say yes.
Yes.
Got it.
Thank you, Jen. Okay, perfect. So there's no application fees, there's no collateral, no prepayment penalty, and this loan is designed to cover up to 2.5 times your monthly payroll cost for 8 weeks. Here's the great thing about it. It can be forgiven if 100% of your employees are retained at their current salaries for the 8 weeks. So that is a really key and important thing. And I want to make sure that everybody knows that that money can be given. So what can you use the loan money for? You can use it for your rent and utilities, to cover your business expenses, and your payroll. And there are a couple of small differences between the two programs, but you want to apply for both, and you want to do it as soon as possible. You're going to have a choice of which one you go with, but if you don't apply, there's a chance the money may not be there or the support may not be there for you to get what you need. So my email address is right up here in front of us. I've been acting as a concierge to help people with this program. If you're interested in working with me, then please feel free to reach out via email and let's set up a time to talk. Whoa, that was a mouthful. I think I provided as much information that's as current as I can. Just want to check in with our team here. Was it clear for you guys? Is there anything that that you're curious about or that you want to make sure that I clarify for people?
Yeah, Jeff, I got a question. I have a customer who's been in business less than a year, and they were wondering if they can still apply for this.
Yes. In fact, even if you've only just started your business this year, as long as you can prove that you've started it, you can.
Great.
So that's important.
Yeah. And my thought, Jeff, was, it's tax. I believe it's the same. We are on the same tax timelines. Like some people may not have filed their taxes or done all their year end. So what are some possible solutions that perhaps you can provide for business owners and small businesses, mid-sized businesses like that are available to them now, like, without having to walk into an office or?
Well, the number one thing they can do is apply to the SBA.gov site. The SBA is going to verify everything that they can about your business and your money. But the one thing that I want to make sure people get is that they are not going to require personal guarantees. They're not going to require collateral. There's no fees. It's just a matter of taking your time to actually go through this process and do it. So, that's the main thing here is that you've just got to do it. And as far as like a new business that's just started, hey, if you're a new business and you've just started, you've probably opened up a bank account. There are 2 dates that matter. Were you in business on January 15th? On January 31st when the emergency was declared? Was your company in business? And was it also in business on February 15th? If you can answer yes to both of those questions, you did not permanently shut your business down in that 2-week period, then you'll have much less resistance from the government. But even if you were shut down during that period, as long as it's a temporary shutdown and not permanent, the government wants you in the program. They want you to hire your people back. Hey, I know one employer that laid off 375 workers. They want them to hire those workers back. Mm-hmm. So they're doing everything they can for that. Hey, thank you guys for those questions. I want to just tell you I'm really grateful to have you two here, making sure that people get clarification. Really important. And with that, and on a lighter note, Carol, what do you want to talk about today?
I'm talking about truth, freedom, and health today. Like, really, the purpose of today is to provide an accurate view in the current state of your life, because we're so used to business outcomes that I wanted to actually bring people into the current state of their life in a sense of, what we often aren't looking at as business owners is our own health and well-being. And, you've often heard the term, our health is our wealth. Well, what's your own truth and freedom that you gain by actually putting your focus on this area right now while you're given the opportunity to take care of your health? So, there's a great quote by Mark Twain that says, it's not the things in life that you don't know that will cause you problems. It's the things you know that ain't so. So what my intention is just to have you in this call, or this timeline, just looking at some of the things in your own life around your integrity with yourself as a business owner. We often say as coaches, your inner self is to mirror your purpose of your business. So whatever business you're in, what caused you to start your business, just take a look and see if your life is aligned and is mirroring that level. Jeff, are you living a C-level life? Are you taking care of yourself as a C-level executive would in any corporation? And what does that look like? Like, what is the integrity for a C-level executive?
That's great, Carol. And so what I hear you saying is, like, we actually have the opportunity in this conversation today to look at what we're doing that has integrity, how we bring that to our company, our employees, and our clients during a time of uncertainty. Like, how do you keep integrity alive when things are not necessarily known?
Well, how do you keep integrity alive? It's integrity. The one thing you have control over is yourself. So right. It all begins with you, and in leadership, it begins with you. So even leadership ethos is within your spirit of your culture, is within yourself. So your opportunity is to now look within yourself of where, what you may know. We all know how to lose weight and have exercise and everything, but more importantly now, I was just talking to you today about a little bit about sunshine, like the importance of, while we're all being told to stay in our homes under lockdown, but yet the importance of getting outside and seeing the sun for, 10, 15, 20 minutes is your vitamin D for the day. So integrity, we're used to checklists in business. I've been an entrepreneur for 30 years. So I just think that, this is the opportunity to look at the integrity of the business of yourself and dismantle some of the stories that we've been told as entrepreneurs. Work harder, who needs sleep, I think Arianna Huffington did some good speeches at her inaugurations with graduates about, probably one of the biggest things you'll ever come across is the conversation with your inner self. And business owners get this opportunity to take an inventory of their own selves right now. And the more that you actually put in during this time to invest, you're talking about money investment, invest in your health, because that's really truly what's going to give you your freedom forever. And you have to find your own truth and do your research for what's going to make a difference to keep your immune system strong, whether that be like do you have a nutrition plan? Are you planning your meals out weekly and having food that's clean and not, processed food? Because ultimately every choice you make impacts your leadership and it impacts the vessel in which you lead from within. If you're not having regular exercise, you can start with small steps right now. You get the opportunity to go out and walk. Not far, because I know we're all under restrictions. I don't know, some creative ways. I think that you guys come up with creative ways could be like climbing up your stairs. I've seen so many amazing videos, like people inspiring activity, in your home, but get physical. Like there's so many Zoom videos on right now with fitness instructors that are just giving you what they got. I saw one the other day. It was so funny. It was actually my trainer. She was doing something in her kitchen with her cans and exercising on her kitchen counter. And I started to laugh. I thought, well, there you go. It can be done anywhere, anytime.
I love it. And will the knives get in the way, or does she just manage to exercise around the knives?
Right in her kitchen, did this amazing workout. It's a one-song workout, she calls it. One song.
That's awesome. I love it. A one-song workout.
One song workout. That's 3 minutes, maybe 45 seconds on average, right? So exercise, eat, water. What water have you been, intaking? Like, are you taking alkaline? Because the immune system is all about the alkaline levels. I'm not a nutritionist, just for everybody. So I said your own truth. You have to do your research on your own truth. I happen to drink alkaline water, so I know I drink it, but I can't give you the scientific elements of that. So please find a nutritionist for that. Yeah. So, but these are fundamentals for business owners. I want to use the word guilty, but we all have our derivative to work.
Yep.
But we're not working on what's behind the scenes in one's life when we're so busy working on the forefront. And if we ignore that, sooner or later, our bodies catch up with us. And this is why, inside of, I can't speak for the virus, but there's people, like, if you're in fear right now and worry and concern, it impacts your health.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. Well, so Carol, so thank you. Right? Yeah. Like, it's, as a leader, bringing confidence to your team and having them get, and your clients get, that, hey, this is not about concern. This is about doing what needs to be done right now and taking care of ourselves. And the taking care of ourselves is very important. So let's make sure we all do that. So awesome. Thank you, Carol. Really appreciate that. And is there anything you want to say in closing?
I just think that, I'll say in closing that this is designed to be an ongoing practice rather than just something to do right now that's right. This is actually an opportunity to pivot in your business with yourself and put in some new structures that you can do, like, carry on going forward after,
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Carol. Before we jump to Stan, we got a quick question from Brett. Brett was asking, hey, will the EDIL with the 10K advance be able to be written off in a bankruptcy, or are they like student and medical bills and can't be forgiven in bankruptcy? So, Brett, I'd love to answer that for you, and I don't have the answer. I think it's going to be best to get some professional support on that. We're going to have to look and see what the terms and conditions on the loans are. But keep in mind, the $10,000, that advance, if it's used for payroll, will all be a grant. So if you do have your own business and you're a single business owner, you really want to, and even if you have employees, you want to really look at how that money gets used. And you also want to get professional support from your CPA. And if you are dealing with any legal issues like bankruptcy, contact a bankruptcy attorney. They'll be on top of these things. Okay. So, Stan.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little about marketing today. What's going on in the world of marketing, and what are you noticing?
Well, what I'm seeing is a lot of businesses are really not, I want to say they're panicking, but they're looking for answers because there's a lot of uncertainty right now. And what I've seen is some people really stopping their marketing just because, they're operating at half the capacity, or they're trying to save their money. But the thing is, at this time is really a time to stay with your marketing, just because a lot of your competitors will be stopping and closing, and you will get better visibility. Especially if you're doing any type of pay-per-click on Google, you're going to be getting a lot more advantages, and your buck is going to go a lot further just because a lot of your competitors will be stopping or scaling down. Because the thing with Google is, if you're going to be paying for pay-per-click, it takes time to earn your position. And when you stop, you're going to lose that position. That's why it's important to keep that going. And people need to know about what's going on with your business. I'm telling all my customers, update your website. If you're doing deliveries or curbside pickup, make sure people on your website know that. Just because you're doing it, but you're not telling them, they're probably going to go somewhere else where they are saying it. Update all your social media for your business. Make sure people know your new hours, maybe your smaller menu, maybe certain specials you're doing. Start thinking outside the box. Like last week, we talked about restaurants now offering to buy produce when you pick up an order, right? It's great. You pick up a gallon of milk, some eggs, and your lunch, right? It's like basically doing 2 for 1. So start thinking outside the box. How can you be really serving your community? Because as a local business, you're serving your local community. So what are the people around you looking for? How can you be their resource for things like possibly food or information or other services that you provide? So I really encourage everybody to start thinking outside the box and really thinking what you can do with this opportunity. It's not an all loss. You can still get new customers, and you can go out there and get the positions on Google that you need. So,
Dan? So that's kind of a mouthful. I just kind of want to recap it so people get it. So what I heard is hey, listen, if you're a business owner and you've decided to pull back and slow down on your advertising and your promotional activities at this time, we understand, first off, like money may be tight, money might be a concern. But if you have services and products you're actually able to sell, pulling back is going to cause your business to have less visibility in the future. It's also pulling back will not have you stand out to customers today, and you have a better chance of that than you did a month ago because of all of the businesses that are pulling back. So you actually have a chance to shine. Right.
Or, the other thing is modify your marketing to just offer what you're offering now. Because you might have a smaller selection of service or product at this time. And that could be really, be more, focused and specific on certain things.
I have a business owner I'm going to bring on that I spoke to last week, and he's got a stitching shop, and he's got to lay off 17 people. Like, who's buying logo wear right now? But instead, what he's doing is he's importing some masks from China, and he's starting to sell those. And we're going to hook him up with some other people that can provide products that he can ship as well. Like, how can you pivot your business, but you want to get the word about that out too? So a lot of different things you could do.
Right. And social media is really a great platform for you to get people to know what's going on. Also, don't forget to update your Google listing to make sure you have the hours updated and services updated. And post some pictures of stuff. People love to see pictures.
Put a sign on the outside of your business. Let people know you're open.
Right.
There are not enough of those out there with places that actually are doing delivery. So
that's very true.
Driving around, and if you're in a place people drive by, they see a sign, they're probably more likely to come and do something with you.
If you have a sheet of paper in your window of your business, unless you're walking by, nobody driving by will see it. So invest in a A-frame to put on the sidewalk so people can actually stop by.
Yeah, or a sign you can hang from like the second story so people can actually see it as they're driving by.
Or a banner in the window, absolutely.
100%. Awesome. Carol, you seeing anything interesting out there marketing-wise?
I think, everything you said there, Stan, is like teaming up with people like what we're doing here, like, connecting with other businesses and saying, hey, what's going on there? That's what I find is really awesome, like collaborations. I think there's going to be a massive movement under businesses locally. So what you're saying, Stan, is brilliant inside of stay present, just adapt to the environment around you and keep your message strong. Every week it's changing. So what you did this last week is not the same this week. Just keep adjusting. The 2 for 1 you said, I thought that's awesome. I can get meals, done for me, and then I can get my milk and my eggs and everything. I was like, that's brilliant. We're trying to minimize engagement in society. So, be innovative, be simple, but it also supports your local business. I think that was what really got, like, support your local community. They want to help you. They have been a part of the community for a long time. I know I did that drive on Sunday morning early and just, looked at all the small business owners, and I have such a big heart for them because they're such a part of our community. They're so important. We don't realize how important they are until they're closed, and how much they provide for us for social aspects, for community aspects, for resources that are walks away from our home. Look at the little guy. The little guy. I shouldn't say that. You know what's the place where we go get our the Maximum, the corner store. The corner store. You know, like they're always open from like morning till night. We really want to appreciate, you know, these are our heroes right now, the local people in the business.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, listen,
if I could just add one more thing to what you just said, Carol. I'm looking at some Google statistics right now, and a search, whatever, service of business near me has grown over 500% because people know what's near me. So I invite everybody, make sure you're on Google because people are searching what's near them, and you should be found. You're a local business.
That's
you know what, and let's all get little badges that say near me.
I can do that.
Yeah, okay, guys. Hey, listen, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Carol, I love having you with us. Thank you so much for sharing. Stan, you know, it's funny, every time we get together, there's something new about marketing that we look at. Hey, just before we go, Megan's got a quick question. We'll jump in with this. How do you adjust your Google listing? Stan, can you answer that real quick before we sign off?
Really quickly, your Google listing is attached to a Gmail account. So when you created your Google listing, you were probably logged in. So first is figure out which Google account or Gmail account you used. And second, I can put a link in this description for this podcast after that you will take you to the business page. And you'll be able to adjust the hours, all that stuff.
Yeah, or reach out to Stan directly, just so you...
or just reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to work with you. Absolutely.
Okay, you guys. Been a pleasure seeing everyone today. Thanks for the couple of questions we got from the world. Hey, do me a favor. If you got some value out of this, don't keep it to yourself. Host a sharing party. Host a viewing party on Facebook. Those are so fun. Or at least share the video with people. You know, let people know what we're doing, and also let us have your info, and we'll get information out about your business. So with that, thank you everyone, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow, where we're talking restaurants with Celeste. Bye everyone.
Bye everyone.
Thank you.